back to the channel. Today we will take a few minutes to look at the Mahindra Roxor, how much it's selling for, and prices you can hope to get on the used market, and also talk a little bit about availability. So the Roxor, since its introduction in 2018 in the United States, has proven to be quite popular. As time goes on, more and more people are finding out about the Roxor. From a distance, it might look like just some Chinese, UTV with a plastic body, but when you get close and you touch it, you actually find out that it is made of some very heavy quality, good quality steel, and it also has a turbo diesel engine which is quite attractive, and it comes with a stick shift. At a certain point in the past, it was offered with an automatic transmission. Now you have just a couple of maybe, I don't know, more than 100, 200 of those that were ever produced, and I don't think that will be happening anytime soon anymore. It's gone. So except they look for a different transmission. But however, the one with the automatic transmission, those were quite robust units. They were used in some very high-end cars like the BMWs, some Ford full-size pickup trucks. It's really amazing to see that they were able to launch that transmission in the Mahindra Roxor, and so far I think, considering the weight of the Roxor, I don't think anybody has had any failure with those units. So when the Roxor first launched, I believe it was just under $16,000, and that was in 2018. Fast forward 2022, we had 2 years of the global shutdown for the virus, and then after that you have this war going on in Europe. So supply chains have been stretched to their maximum, and I think that's where we start having difficulties, because even though the Roxor might seem quite simple, it still has quite a bit of electronics in it. You have the ECU, and also you have some very high-tech components that I would take, like the high-pressure oil pump for the high-pressure pump for the diesel that actually gets the common rail system to work. And that's just some examples of components that I think might have been affected by the shutdown, the global shutdown. So that presents two problems. First of all, since they have the supply chain issues, they wouldn't be able to produce as many Roxors as I think the company would have wanted to, and also the dealer network has been reduced. So you might not find a Roxor at a dealership close to where you are. You might have to go out further to get the type of Roxor that you want. Furthermore, we have this inflation that is rampant in the United States right now. The federal government is working very hard in with the Federal Reserve Bank to make sure that the economy gets back on track, but there is just too many dollars following too few goods. So you might see that shown as higher prices for certain goods, including things like vehicles, homes, and all whatnot. Well, so when the Roxor was first introduced, it was just under about $16,000 to obtain one, so about $15,500 I think. And over the years, the price has slowly crept up. The cost of labor, these are assembled here in the United States, and they also have to pay some vendors here in the United States for certain components that are produced here. So all of that goes into the price of the Roxor. So since 2018, as you guys can see on your screen, the Roxor is now $20,599 for a base Roxor. It comes in two models. The automatic has been dropped. You have the base model, and then you have an all-weather model. So the base model is $20,599. $599, and it is just like you see here on the screen, which is basically a blank canvas that will allow you to go ahead and customize it to your specifications. It doesn't have a winch, it doesn't have a windshield, it doesn't have a cab. The tires are just basic tires without the alloy wheels, and it is not lifted, so it's sitting at about 9 inches from the ground. That is what the base Roxor would look like. Now if we switch over to the all-weather model, you can see that now you can get the all-weather model, but it's gonna cost you about $28,700 for the all-weather model. And it comes with a host of amenities that make life easier for the Roxor owner. It has upgraded bumpers up front. It has a place for recovery right here, like a D hook. It also has a winch. It has a cab with windshield wipers, and I believe this might also, it also has a climate control system inside. So we're looking at about $28,739 for the all-weather model of the Mahindra Roxor. Now there's still a few things we can add to the all-weather model, like a 2-inch receiver. That will be $518. We can add a pintle ball hitch, and that will be $195. We can also add a KC 40-inch LED light bar for $391. That comes, you know, to get it to work properly, you need to add the harness. And then if we continue, you can see that we can also add the Colpin Rhino grips, and you can use this to hold in place things like your shovel. Then if we continue, we can add the Roxor branded leads, and that's for where you have the cup holder. You can switch those over to the Roxor branded leads, and then you can add the rollover protection system grab handles to facilitate your entry into the cab. $54. We can add a 3-inch lift kit. We can also add an oil pan skid plate to protect our oil sump. And let's see, what else can we add? We can upgrade the tires to the EFX tire. And finally, if we actually want to go full in with the Roxor, we can add the Matrax rubber track conversion system. I haven't really seen this out in the wild. Maybe there's just about 2 or 3 videos that demonstrate this system, but that's a $19, you know, increase in the price. And now if we check the cost of our fully loaded Roxor, well, we moved from $28,700 to $51,864 for a fully loaded Roxor. Well, the bulk of this increase, of course, is because we added the tracks, which are about $19,000. Now let's go to the used market. I've seen people, you know, sell their Roxors for about $15,000, used ones with low mileage. That is a very good price in this market, but more and more I am seeing Roxors going for above $20,000, because most people who have the Roxor by now, they have had at the very least a tune, the most popular being the one from Diesel Freaks, and that bumps, you know, it cost about $600, $500 to $600. Almost every Roxor that I have seen on sale of late has had that tune, because the tune does 2 things. You know, it first of all takes off the speed limit, and then it also bumps up the power, so you get more use out of the engine that you bought in your Roxor, you know. So the engine comes really under stressed from the factory, so the Diesel Freaks tune actually bumps that up, you know, makes it more usable, and then it de-restricts the Roxor if you so wish. The speed of the Roxor is limited to 55 miles an hour. So that anything beyond that, you know, you might be out of your regulation. So the speed limiter is put on the factory just to help you, remind you not to go too fast with your Roxor. Now let's jump over and see how much used Roxors are going for. Here we have some, and this website is atvtrader.com, and you can see that if we sort from newly listed, now you see the prices of used Roxors going up. So this new one that was just listed is at $25,000. you have one here for $28,000 with a cab and also with a plow in up front. So that one is ready to roll. It also seems to have aftermarket wheels, and we can roll down. You have one here for $17,999 and another one here for $36,000. Now you see that the prices are going up. Some, I think, before seeing this one for $36,000, the highest I had seen a Roxor was about $32,000. And yeah, that's for good reason, because I think in those areas they are in high demand, and this one has had quite a bit of work done to it. You can see it's fully wrapped. It's got the fender flares, aftermarket wheels and bigger tires. It's lifted. It looks like it's lifted. It's got a cab, and I believe it would also have a climate control system inside, so very comfortable to ride over long distances and in harsh weather. So these are just some of the prices to give you an idea. Here is another one. This is a limited edition. It comes with the half doors. It seems to be lifted. It's got also an aftermarket step on the side, a slider, I think that's what that would be called. And then you also have aftermarket wheels. So yeah, okay, we jump on to another site and see what they have. This is Tractor House, and you can see that the 2018 Roxor with 74 hours is going for about $19,000, and most of this is before taxes, guys, so don't forget. Another 2019, and this one is an automatic. That is something I would have loved to have. These automatics, they are going to be very rare and difficult to come by. Going for $19,000. It has is the 4-seater rollover protection system, windshield in place. I think that's a good deal. Here you have another one, and this was an auction. So on auction, it went on April 13th for $21,000 in Iowa. And here, this is cheap. This is another auction, and it went for $13,000 in Wisconsin. Yeah, that was quite cheap. So you have quite a few auctions here, and the results are, you know, after you buy from an auction, you have to pay the fees for the auction services, so it ends up about, you know, much higher than what you see on here. And one more site. This is Equipment Trader, and you can see that the Roxor here, this is a 2022 base. It goes for $19,999, $17,000 for a 2022. And the thing is, guys, these some of this stock that you see on here, it has not been updated for a while. So if the Roxor factory price has gone up, or the MSRP has gone up, some of these guys have not yet updated their website. So you see right here, you have the number there. Call them first, make sure they have it in stock, and also confirm the price before you start, you know, making loan arrangements. Here you have a 2019. This is really cheap, and they're asking for an offer, so you can go lower. $15,999. Just this cab is worth $4,000. Just the cab. That is a good deal, really good deal for $15,000. And here you have an automatic. I think it's a 2019. Yeah, I think this is an automatic. Yep, $24,000. Good deal. And another one for $19,000. Let's jump over here to make a comparison. So here you have the 2022 Polaris General XP4, and you guys can see what it looks like. Here it is. So we were talking a while earlier about a loaded Roxor. So this is a Polaris, and it comes with tracks. I believe it also comes with tracks, but it's priced at basically $50,000 for a side-by-side. So the market is really crazy right now, and people are demanding things, you know, that are custom, that are rare, and yeah, so it's not out of place to see people, you know, buy this for $50,000, because it goes on a case-by-case basis, what you're going to use it for, and what your needs are. So if you have a very specific need for your Roxor to, you know, walk in snow, go take out clients to go hunting, to go to, you know, inaccessible areas and over very rough terrain, and you need GPS capability, then something like this Polaris here might actually do the trick. It's also much lighter than the Roxor, and so it can, you know, travel over certain terrain that the Roxor, because of its weight, is going to sink. So yeah, so the Roxor is actually, yeah, actually beats that, because here you can spec the Roxor out to 51,800, whereas the Polaris taps out at 49,900. So I think the Roxor wins this one clean and clear. Anyways, that's what I was gonna talk about today. But if you look for the same Polaris elsewhere, you can see that you can find it for 42,900. But this one, I don't think it comes with the tracks like the other one. The other one, I think they bundle in the tracks and maybe a few other goodies. This one, it's just the wheels and the you know, custom trailhead edition. And speaking of rarity, you can see here they ask you to pre-order, and here you have the generic pictures. So I think that the trailhead also is very, very rare. It's quite rare. So these people here, they might just be banking on you, you know, placing the order through them, and then they go through the factory. But you see, like here, reserved today. So they're using the generic pictures, compared to this one, where you can actually see that they have the Polaris Ranger in stock. Also, you can see some of the options that they have with this Polaris. You have the XTC signal, you have another XTC horn, you have windshield wiper and washer, you have the winch control, and you also have a GPS nicely integrated into the dash. So you get a lot of bang for your money when you buy that Polaris General. You have light bars, you have these very beautiful wheels and also tires. You have premium seating. It just looks really premium, and that's what you get for the 50 grand. Same thing happens with the Roxor. You get an enclosed cab, you have AC, you have heat, you have a windshield wiper, and you also get the tracks, which are 19,000, which if you drop the tracks, it drops the price drastically. Anyways, that's what I had to share with you guys today, and I hope that, you know, if you are in the market looking for a Roxor, you are able to locate one close to you, and that way you can start, you know, you can join the Mahindra Roxor family and start enjoying and also possibly sharing your adventures with everybody. Thanks for your time, guys. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.